Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. Oh my goodness, we made it. It's Friday, everybody. And guess what? It's Friday of a long weekend, Victoria Day long weekend. Don't forget there's a lot of things open and closed over the weekend, so you can visit our friends over at ottawa.citynews.ca to find out what is open and closed. And there's a lot happening in the city, which means a lot of people are traveling to the nation's capital, and it can be rather stressful. Sometimes, listen, I went through it with young kids. Sometimes you kind of need a vacation from your vacation once you get back, but here to help us with, making sure that you have a less stressful vacation with your young ones. I'm joined by Andryanna Gonko, self-care advocate and host of the Juggle is Real podcast. Welcome back.
Hi, Derek. Thank you so much for having me in this beautiful city of Ottawa. First time coming back since having children.
I love it. Years. Well, and I mean, you can speak from experience because you have 3 children. And as a matter of fact, you traveled to Ottawa this morning, right, with your family, all 3 of them. So let's start with that. What was that experience like for you?
Well, you know what? It's the long weekend. We're so excited. It's been a long winter. It's been a rainy spring season, and everyone has their hopes up. Summer is that highly anticipated season. We all want to just make the most of every single minute. But sometimes the expectations can get a little bit high. We can maybe put it up on a pedestal. And especially for moms, we're the ones planning and organizing. We're the ones behind the scenes when it comes to making the memories and having a good time. So sometimes that can get a little bit stressful.
So do you then temper the expectations then with your kids when you're going away to make sure you're not, they're not at this level like, oh my God, this is going to be the most amazing thing, and then there's all of a sudden a letdown?
You know what? That's a great idea. And I think having that little family meeting before you go, maybe talking a little bit about safety, a little bit about those expectations. But I think also for ourselves as parents, we want to kind of make sure we're going with the flow too. Right. We've got this great itinerary, we've got all these things lined up, but traffic jams happen, something might get bumped. We're supposed to be getting some rain this weekend in Ottawa. That's okay. We're going to make other plans, but the ability to kind of go with the flow and as parents be mindful in those situations and learn to respond better instead of reacting in those moments. We're really modeling that behavior for our kids. Then it kind of eases the pressure and maybe it's not moving over to them. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
And you know what I love? I mean, you wanted to talk today about self-care. And I think when we think self-care, it's like, hey, once vacation is over, I'll go home and I'll take a bath with candlelight, maybe some music. But you're saying you can take moments of self-care even when you're on vacation.
Absolutely. I advocate for self-care every single day. But, especially the research shows that moms mostly are the ones carrying that mental load. We're the ones who are doing all the research. We're planning. We're doing the itinerary. We're doing all the packing, all the organizing. And so to balance that out, we need to incorporate those small pockets, small and easy ways that we can still care for ourselves while we're caring for those around us, even when we're traveling. And so I did bring some self-care staples that I want to share with you today.
Let's do it. Where do you want to start here?
Okay, well, let's start here. Summertime, the sun's bright, our skin is made up of layers. And when we're damaging that exterior layer, we really want to make sure we're retaining moisture and just helping ourselves. Okay. So this is the Olay Niacinamide Plus Peptide 24 Face Moisturizer. It's brand new and it has 99% pure niacinamide. So what that's doing is visibly correcting those fine lines and wrinkles. Okay. And it's also improving that moisture barrier, 2 times stronger moisture barrier. So it's really nice. We might not be getting as much sleep if we're spending nights in the hotel or doing other things, swimming in chlorine. This is going to help us keep that moisture barrier in our skin, which is really great. You brought some Pantene products along with you here as well, right? This one's really great because it's so good to just fit right in your suitcase. This is the Pantene Miracle Rescue Treatment. So this box has 4 ampules in it, and this has the most concentrated Pro V formula. This is the Pantene concentrated formula. Okay. And it's like that mini spa treatment. You can throw that in your suitcase. You're going to, help all of those split ends. It's going to make your hair nice and soft and supple. And I love that you don't need a lot of time. You could put that in your hair, care for yourself, feel great, whether you're out in the sun or, you're swimming in those pools. You can know that you're caring for yourself, your hair, and it's easy to pack with you. So do you just put it on and you don't rinse it or anything like that? Yeah, I would recommend doing this at night. So you can put it on sort of mid-length to ends, sleep with it overnight, and then when you wash your hair the next day, then it's feeling nice and soft and supple, and you're getting rid of, those split ends and making your hair look great. Very good. I love it. What else have you brought over here? It looks like you're ready for the beach over here. Well, Derek, one of my favorite tips to share is to actually do the thing. you're planning, you're organizing, you're having, doing all the things for your family, but actually get involved and do the same thing.
Okay.
Who cares what you look like in a swimsuit? Jump in that pool, do the
yes.
things, and document it. Be a part of the activity. This is Samsung's latest. This is the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra phone. This is part of an S23 series with Samsung. I don't know if you can see this. This camera is incredible. Okay, it has
oh my God, how many
lots of cameras on it. Yeah, so the Galaxy S23 series, there's 3 different phones. Amazing technology when it comes to the camera and the photography. There's also a technology called nightography.
Oh, I've seen the ads
Nightography,
on this,
yes. So, if you're by the campfire, you're at a concert, you're looking at the fireworks, this is going to take amazing low lighting photos, and this camera is great for selfies as well as on the back. So you don't have to worry about trying to set up lighting even for selfie mode.
Okay.
So my number 1 tip is do the thing, get in, have some fun, and document it. The moms are always the one taking the picture. Ask someone to take a photo too. Yes.
Get your partner, your husband, your boyfriend, whoever. Get the kids to take a photo. They know how to use this technology.
This is really great because it has a quick share feature, so you can quickly share with family and friends when you're getting those group shots. And it also has really great gaming technology features. So if you're in that traffic jam, if you're on a long car ride, having some gaming and some apps for the kids is going to be really fun.
Yeah, hand that behind you. Okay, there you go.
Yes.
Right. Your latest podcast. Tell me about that, because you speak about some of these things in that latest podcast, right?
Yes. Well, we want summer to be stress-free. We don't always expect it to be stressful, but sometimes the stress can creep up with all these things. And so the latest episode of the Juggle is Real podcast, we're talking about the F words of a stress-free summer. So we're talking about going with the flow, letting some flexibility happen. But we're also talking about being firm, having a little bit of structure, setting up those boundaries, having those meetings with your family, letting them know that that time is still going to be a certain time perhaps, or those things that's going to really allow you to have the most amount of fun, which is the last one. Having fun, not only as an adult as well as the kids.
Yes, I agree, right? We get so stressed out. Like, I remember feeling this, like, when we take the kids out, I hope they have a good time. And forgetting that, it's just as important that we have a good time, right?
That's
we
right.
still have, like, little kids inside of us dying to get out and enjoying ourselves. When you have that meeting, that family meeting, how important is it to also listen to the kids? So you mentioned structure and discipline and all those sort of things. How do they come into the conversation?
That's right. That's a great thing. So asking them, what would you like to do? What would be most fun for you? And then allowing them that independence and maybe having some time within your day that doesn't have a lot of structure. Having some of that flexibility, having that downtime that allows them. I'm not gonna lie, Derek. We've got mini stick nets in the back of my vehicle right now. We've got the sticks, we've got the balls, we've got all of those areas. That was what was really important for my 8-year-old. I'm like, okay, we've got the room. Let's bring it with us.
Right.
We've got the Uno, we've got all the things for downtime, but then also we have those rules in place so the boys know. There's going to be some fun, but there's also going to be a little bit of structure, which I think is great.
I got 20 seconds left. What's your number 1 thing you're doing with the family here in Ottawa, do you think, this weekend?
Well, for myself, for my own personal care, we're doing the Tulip Festival.
Nice.
And for the boys, thanks to your recommendation, we're going to go to the Kids Museum.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, the Kids Museum is fantastic. Across on the Gatineau side, you're going to have an absolute blast there.
Can't wait.
Have a great time in Ottawa. Great to see you again.
Thanks so much.
Don't go anywhere. Lots more coming up here on Daytime Ottawa.